Greetings from under the banyan tree in India once again. And this is part 2 of my little quick and clean, not quick and dirty, quick and clean tutorial on mala, what it is, how you use it, and how to care for it. So as I said in part 1, if you're using your mala as a meditation tool, we usually use it for a mantra practice. And the ones that I'm showing you here in the video aren't, none of these are used for meditation, which is why I can show them to you. They end up being a sacred part of you, a sacred tool that has some sanctity to it. It's a very special, precious best friend. And how we use the mala for meditation practice is usually using a mantra. And every time we say a mantra, or say a specific vibration, where we become tuning forks to specific spiritual vibration through the use of mantra, we could click a bead. So an open mantra would be Om, which is all of you know that Om. You might say that in your yoga class, and you might see it on a shirt. Looks like the number 3 with some other little squigglies on it. But what that represents is the hum of the cosmic engine. It's the sound that created all other sounds. So when you tap into that vibration, for instance, it gives you the opportunity or the idea that you can expand your consciousness beyond mundane mind, beyond thinking mind. That you're more than this, you're also that. So when you tap in to the sound of Om, for instance, it allows you to feel bigger, more connected. And that's what any mantra can do for you. Some of them are open, like Om, and some are closed that you would have to get from a teacher, which is very important if you want to have a serious meditation practice using mantra and mala, that you find a teacher who knows what they're talking about so that they can prescribe a mantra to you. And one that will work for where you are in the world right now and where you might want to be in terms of your worldly success and your spiritual success. So the mala has 108 beads, and if I were to use the mantra Om, every time I say Om and it would be silent, I would click a bead. And you can see here that my forefinger does not touch the mala. I'm kind of resting it on my middle finger and using my thumb to click the bead. The forefinger represents ego, and we don't want that really anywhere near our spiritual practice. What we're trying to do most of the time is transcend our ego, transcend thinking mind, so we could transcend our own neuroses. And so you hold it, and you don't really want it to touch the ground, so I might do something like this, put a cloth there, and just sit quietly, get some good instruction about how to do a mantra practice, and go around, and every time I said my silent mantra, I would click a bead. When I got all the way around 108, I wouldn't go across the Meru bead, across the tassel, I would just simply flip it. So you're going back and forth. You don't go across the mother bead. You don't want to cross mother, basically. And when you do 108 repetitions, you're only counting 100, and you're giving 8 up to the universe. You're being generous. That's part of being spiritual, so they say. And mantra means to expand and to protect the mind. That's the Sanskrit definition, or the English definition of the Sanskrit word. Man meaning mind, and tra meaning to expand. It also means to protect. So it's one of the safest and most effective spiritual practices you can do. There's a little bit of magic, but it's also just really scientific, because when we tune our inner vibrations, the vibration of every cell to a specific resonance that creates a greater magnitude of who we are and who we can be, that's a science. It's kind of quantum physics. So there is a little bit of magic, there is a little bit of spirit, but it's also quite scientific. So I encourage you to explore this. Find a good teacher. If you'd like, you can give me a call, and we can talk about mantra. And I just hope that these few minutes have given you something to think about, and maybe a new practice to pursue. And thank you for your time, and namaste.